Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS. Today's R&B and classic soul and the sauce. That's where we got the sauce that you need. And with me, well, remember the slogan? We are hope. The Best Buddies organization is a nonprofit foundation which fosters rewarding relationships for those with developmental and intellectual disabilities. And now in its 22nd year, it's been around for a long time. The organization helps hundreds of thousands worldwide. Here with me is New York City area director Mandy Fullmer. We welcome you to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. Now, you've been around for 22 years. You're not that old, though.
I'm that old, but I haven't been involved for that long.
You've been doing this for a while, and it's very rewarding knowing that in your heart that you're helping somebody else get what they need out of life.
It really is. I've had the privilege of working for Best Buddies for 5 years, but was actually a volunteer long before that. I was actually matched. What we do in our organization is create one-to-one friendships for people with intellectual disabilities.
Yeah.
So I actually had the privilege of being matched in one of those one-to-one friendships when I was in college, and it was the most rewarding, impactful experience of my whole life, and I think certainly changed the direction of my life. It's, my buddy Robin is certainly as close to me as any of my other friends that I have in my life now. So, it's a really amazing experience that, I was able to give her. I was, giving her an opportunity to be in a friendship for what might have been the first time in her life, and to really help her build some social skills and build her self-esteem and confidence. And then for me, it was my experience certainly built a lifelong advocate for this population. So,
tell us about intellectual disabilities. Was that named from out of Buddies, the Best Buddies?
That is the term we use for the population that we work with. So we work with people that have autism, Down syndrome, any number of disabilities fall under that bigger umbrella.
Yes, yes. And what does this job do? NYC area director, what part do you play?
So I'm responsible for overseeing the New York City region of Best Buddies. We actually have programs all throughout the state of New York. We have operations in the Albany area, we have operations in Long Island, and in New York City, it's my job to oversee the programs. And when I say programs, we're actually in schools where we're creating these one-to-one friendships. So we have throughout the New York City region 17 schools where we're bringing together people without disabilities and people with disabilities, and then helping facilitate those friendships throughout the course of a school year.
Yeah.
So, it's my job to make sure that the mission is being met, so that we are actually providing opportunities to create mutually enriching friendships between these two people. And then it's my job to make sure that people know about us in New York City. So, we're 22 years old, but we haven't really been around in New York for that long.
Yeah.
So it's my job to do things like this and make sure that people in New York City know that this amazing program exists.
And I'm sure you're doing a fantastic job. Now tell us, how do I'm going to say students, because you teach them also, how do they get involved in the workforce? Do you help them make that transition?
We actually do have, Best Buddies does have a jobs program where we actually help to provide integrated employment. So we're providing support to individuals as they're entering the workforce through, interviews, through, resume building, and then actually help them secure a job, and then provide support to them as they're, learning the ropes. We unfortunately don't have that program in New York City right now. So that's a program that we don't unfortunately have to offer people. So what we're doing in New York is middle school through college is really the groups that we're working with. So we're providing these opportunities to build these relationships starting as young as middle school and then going through college.
Yeah, and I'm sure you have some success stories. The person that you grew up working with.
Definitely, yeah. So I mean, that's only one story. You hear from, I heard a couple years ago from a parent of a middle school student that she came up and thanked me at one of these activities that we were doing, and she said, last night the phone rang, and it was for my daughter, and that's the first time anyone has ever called this house asking for her. Wow. So it's a really impactful, it's things that most people take for granted, these interactions, these, the things that our friends give us in the world, and the reason they help us get out of bed in the morning, that's what Best Buddies is offering for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
Are there any new tools or developments that we can use to help these students?
You know, a lot of what we do is leadership training for the people that are involved in our programs. We're actually sending all of our student leaders from our high schools and college programs to a leadership conference in Indiana this weekend. And there we're teaching them things like just about acceptance, just accepting people for who they are. We all have differences. We all have things that, you know, make us uncomfortable and that we're really so basically just accepting people and just realizing that everybody wants and needs a friend. So we're just, first of all, giving people the chance to actually, you know, interact with people that are different than them, and then providing them the tools, you know, anything that they might need to really help facilitate that friendship.
And they want you to see them as a normal person. They don't want you to treat them any different.
Because we work with people. Wants that?
Yeah, we work with people who are in wheelchairs, you know, with the wheelchair charities, and they want you to treat them like regular people.
Exactly.
They don't want you to, if they can do it themselves, they try to do it themselves.
Exactly. And that's, you know, and that's what we teach our students is just interact with them like you would anyone else. And you will find things. When I met my buddy, she, I think, was 45 at the time. I was 18. I thought, what am I going to have in common with this woman? This is going to be awkward. This is going to be weird. And in no time at all, I realized she's just a person too. And we, you know, just in talking to people, I'm sure you and I sitting here could come up with a bunch of common interests. So it's just a matter of exploring those and giving a relationship time to develop.
Yeah.
So
how can more people get involved? Because this is something, you know, special. I mean, that's endearing to your heart.
Sure. So we have, like I said, we actually have 76 programs throughout the state where we're creating these one-to-one friendships in schools, 17 in New York City. We actually have 3 in the Bronx. And any students that are involved in any number of our programs, which you can check out the list on at our website, you can, you know, get involved through those school programs. Unfortunately, for people that aren't involved in a school program, we can't create those one-to-one matches, but we do have opportunities to get involved in other ways. Like, you know, we have different public awareness events that we have going on throughout the course of the year. We're having a benefit concert at Carnegie Hall in November. We have a really big fundraising and public awareness walk in April. And then we have other ways, you know, through our advisory boards and our volunteer committees that people can get involved. All they have to do is go through the website and get their contact information and reach out to us, and we will find a home for them.
Is this young man involved here?
He is. That is our state director, Rudy Breedy.
Rudy Breedy is involved. All right.
Indeed.
He's working while we're talking.
He's working, exactly. We never stop.
That's right. Okay, and so you have these events coming up. Give me some dates on these events, and maybe we can, you know, we can post them later on and send some cameras.
That would be great. Yeah, we have a Carnegie Hall concert. That's November 10th, 2011. The date has not yet been set, but it'll probably be sometime at the end of April. So I will definitely fill you in on all of that good stuff.
You got it. Yeah. Rudy Breedy's been out there for a while. You know, number of different organizations, very experienced.
Yes, we're happy to have him.
Yes, he's
definitely.
a good guy. He's a good guy.
We definitely are.
All right. So you have these wonderful dates coming up. I want more people to volunteer. Are you looking for volunteers to get involved?
We do have, we have a programs committee, which is a group of people that comes together to help us provide sort of ancillary events. So, you know, our buddy pairs, as we call them, are getting together during the school year and doing all kinds of fun stuff. We want opportunities that we can bring all of our buddy pairs together for, you know, a picnic in Central Park or any number of things. So we definitely are looking for people that can help us plan those and get involved with those things and certainly attend those events. We have an advisory board that is working to help us create public awareness and reach our income development goals throughout the course of the year. So, you know, we're looking for people to serve in those functions. So we have opportunities and we will, you know, talk to anyone and find the best fit for them.
Yeah. Is this a good fit for you? This is a job within your curriculum. I mean, you graduated from, I think, the University of Delaware.
I did,
and in psychology.
Yep, and I actually have my master's in social work as well. And as I was going through the course of my schooling, after my experience in Best Buddies, all I wanted to do was work for Best Buddies. So it really is. Most days, I can't believe I get paid to do this job.
There you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. You'll come back again and share
I will.
more?
I absolutely will. Thank you.
For more information, you can call Best Buddies, or you can log on to bestbuddies.org.
bestbuddiesnewyork.org will take you right to our
bestbuddiesnewyork.org, and we'll take you right there. Thank you so much. And we'll have some more. You'll come back again and share some more with us?
Yeah, okay. Let me know. I'll be here.
All right. Mandy Fuller, New York City Area Director, Best Buddies New York.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. We got to take another break. But up next, we'll hit our Music Monday stage with talented young songbird Stephanie Courtney.